Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of West Coast Supercars and Classics. As promised, today we are doing a bit of an epic test on the Porsche Taycan. We are taking it down to our friends at Paradigm Auto Works in Victoria, and we're going to put this beastie on a dyno and find out what kind of power it's making and where. Now, I don't know if there's any such things on the internet yet or on YouTube, so maybe we're the first, I don't know. Come along, let's go down there and find out what happens. I'm just in normal mode right now, which is the way I usually drive it. The chassis height is usually set to the regular setting, but you can lower it, which I'm doing now. And then you can put the recuperation on by pressing this button here. And while it doesn't function the same way as the Tesla Type 1 pedal driving functions, it gives you a little bit of sort of engine drag. So it's kind of nice if you want to just let the car slow down naturally without even applying the brakes. Alright, I'm just putting in sport mode now. I'm not going to bother with Sport Plus because I'm merging onto the freeway here just for the short hop downtown. And I don't really need Sport Plus for that. One thing that's really quite interesting, if you come from gasoline cars, and especially high-powered ones, you're used to kind of warming them up thoroughly before you do any spirited driving, but with an electric it doesn't matter. You don't have to warm it up. So you can safely get on the throttle. Okay, here we go. Doing the little left turn. I'll give it a little bit of gas here. Woo-hoo! And we're doing above the speed limit already. I didn't say that, did I? Only one kilometer above the speed limit. Don't worry, officer. All right. So that's highway merging. It's gone in a flash. Yeah, this car has so much capability. It makes highway cruising really super easy. It's quiet, comfortable, but it's also super fast. And there you have it. The rest of the time you spend listening to the stereo and just enjoying the driving experience. Here we're going around a curve. Really easy. I'll do a proper driving video real soon, I promise. As soon as the weather breaks next time, I think we're going to get some more days of rain coming up. Well, here we are at Paradigm, you guys. Just drove the car up onto this platform here, and the dyno's over there, so I'm going to take some footage as they raise it up, and then we'll roll it on there. Oh wow, I've never been under this car before.
Very flat.
That's that one little scrape I put on the front.
Oh, no.
Just once. I forgot it was in low and I went over something. I can't remember what it was, but that's the only little one. Just on the front. Other than that, it's been... Wow, holy crap, this is flat. Yeah. Wow.
That's as flat as it gets, eh?
I think so, yeah.
Pretty car. Oh yeah. This is really bad.
This is the future. That's right, man. These are sneaky cars because on the surface, if you just drive around, they look kind of like a normal car, but they're anything but a typical gas car. There's just, everything's different. The way they drive, you plug them in your house at night, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of different. I haven't been to a gas station in like 6 weeks. All right, I'm here with Greg here, right? You're the owner of Paradigm, yeah?
I'm the owner of Paradigm Auto Works.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're pretty excited for this one. And of course, the most important thing is vehicle securement.
Yep.
And so I'm just trying to remove these control arm covers that they have, and what we're noticing is it comes with a factory zip tie holding this up. There's one 10 mil bolt and a plastic clip there.
Right.
Factory zip tie.
So that's a new one.
That's different.
So in case the bolt comes, or maybe they put that first and then they put the other things in. I don't know. It's something to do with assembly, because I mean they don't really need it, do they?
Not really.
You got the 10 mil bolt. This is just a cover, right?
It does kind of hold this side of it.
Yeah, but this is just a protective cover.
It's a protective cover for the control arm.
Yeah.
Stops debris from hitting it.
Right.
But yeah, that factory zip tie. That's interesting.
If you got something that you that can substitute, that's fine.
Yeah. It won't be the exact same one, but it'll be just as strong and serve the same purpose.
I think we should do that, because I mean,
just cut it.
That's the only way you can. If you took it to the service department, they'd have to do the same thing if they wanted to get in there, right?
Here we go.
Nicely done. Oh, I have to admit, I wasn't expecting to have to cut something on the new car, but you know what, it's just a cover, a little protective cover on here, and it's got 3 different methods of holding it on, which is fine, but it's actually fun to see what's in there as well.
Oh, that's a great place to secure the car.
Excellent. What about at the front?
Yeah, I haven't looked at the front yet.
Okay. Well, presumably something can be found. Oh wow, look at all those vents in there. That's interesting. I should get a light on in there. Let's have a look in here. So this is the front here. There's your drive shaft coming from the electric motor, which is somewhere up here, I guess. But I noticed this interesting stuff at the front. Let's see if I can get some light on that. The vents. Can you see all those different vents in there? Very interesting.
You've got cooling ducts here as well for the rear brakes.
Yeah.
Probably for the rear.
Yeah, cooling duct for the brake. Yeah, that's true. Right there, don't we? Yeah.
I don't normally choke a sling on here, but just the way it's designed, choking it is going to work out really well, and it'll...
Because it's got a kind of a waist on it, doesn't it?
We're going to be angling this sling at a 45-degree angle.
Okay.
So they're crossed.
Yeah.
And that'll work out really well.
Cool.
That is the easiest car we put on the Dyno.
Tiny bit more forward.
Why?
Tiny bit more forward. That's reverse. There you go.
Oh my goodness, that's easy.
Done.
Why is it so easy?
Just,
Instead of having to dump the clutch and get it on top of the roller, just kind of.
Oh, I see. Right. Okay, yeah, gotcha.
I can see the rollers turning in the all-wheel or the 360 camera mode. Shit,
Yep.
it's wild. And I actually saw the car like, move. Should we let it warm up first?
What's your impression?
My impression is that was absolutely incredible. The torque is going to be a very hard thing to get perfectly accurate. What we have is a very close idea. The horsepower is accurate, but the more exciting thing is going to be seeing what the power split is on front to rear. So let's take a look at that. So here's the power split. And it's basically 50-50. The rear wheel has slightly more than the front, and if we go to the rest of the run, it stays pretty much 50-50, a tiny bit more at the rear, which is going to be great for control, great for handling, great for coming out of corners on the racetrack.
Kickers off.
Yeah, it's interesting.
I guess it's ground torque, and it's only, oh my god, it's saying, holy shit.
Well,
ground torque is
oh my God.
so that's the inertia torque on the dyno, so 2,800 foot-pounds of torque inertia, basically. It's going to be really hard to calculate from wheel horsepower, wheel torque into what we would normally say crank horsepower, because there's no crank. There's individual motors. But as for the rollers and the wheels, this is the readings that we have.
Looks about right. Yeah.
And the more I kept in it, the more that the horsepower just did not want to start falling off.
Amazing.
And we hit a top speed on the last run of 180 kilometers an hour. And the horsepower just did not want to drop.
I might be able to corroborate that. If I had driven it that fast on the open road, I could corroborate that with you.
Yeah.
But of course I would never do that, so unfortunately I can't.
Yeah, and after watching the speed and the power climb for as long as it did, I just figured pull off there. It seems to not want to change.
It doesn't.
And
no, it doesn't. It just keeps going.
And there's no point in overspeeding your tires at this point, and keeping it under 180k.
No, it's good. Yeah, it looked like it would have been flying, man. It was.
Oh yeah.
It was making some power.
Yeah. And just keep going.
They make speed very easily, and they're quite deceptive because there's no fuss about it. It just goes. You can feel it in the seat of your pants.
Yeah.
But it's a completely different sensation because it's relentless.
Yeah.
And when you look at the number of seconds between curves on a road, you notice it when you get to the curve. That's when you realize, oh my God, like this is so fast. But you didn't notice it on the way, right?
Yeah.
You can already see it on the torque split at the bottom of the screen. The front wheels.
Hey, I just want to say a big thank you to everybody at Paradigm Auto Works here in Victoria. Thank you very much.
Thank
for
you so
doing
much
this.
for coming in.
I would shake your hand, but we don't do that
No.
during COVID times. It was really fun. That's the first time I've been down here to look at the dyno here, and very professional crew here, very safety conscious, of course. But the car looks like it's got some power. Looking at it on the dyno when he was driving it a couple times, you were a little surprised, I think.
The torque was very surprising.
Yeah.
I've never felt anything like that on any of the cars we've had on the dyno. Just wants to go instant torque, and just so smooth, and it's our first electric car, so that's exciting.
Fantastic. Well, I wonder if we're the first. We may be the first in Canada. I'm sure we're the first in Canada to do this.
Yeah.
Maybe in North America, and so you're watching it right here on West Coast Supercars and Classics, and also, what's your channel?
Paradigm Auto Works.
Yes.
Come check us out.
On YouTube.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching.